Thank you for watching Hack the File. I'm Michael Lopez, and on today's video, we're going to be looking at video 2 of the cross-site scripting chapter in the Ethical Hacking book series. Enjoy. All right, we're back. Loving it. Back. I'm gonna start trying to make videos regularly on different things. I want to hurry up and finish this ethical hacking series, where we can just focus on other things. But we're getting into the really good stuff now. And I think where we left off last was we did some cross-site scripting injections here, attacks. So in the last video, and I said I was going to break it up into two different videos. So if you're kind of confused by this video, watch video 1. So it's the video right before this. Subscribe and look at the videos in the ethical hacking series. But we're just going to pick up where we left off and try to finish this. Hopefully this will be maybe like a 45-minute video or quicker. So I just want to finish this chapter, talk about it, and then move on to the next chapter, which is um, pivoting and privilege escalation, and that's a really important one too. So once you get into the system that you hack, what are strategies on how to pivot or escalate, your privileges and get some really good file information, right? So here we go. Finding vulnerabilities with OWASP Z attack proxy. And let me see. I set this up. Let me see. Where's my thing at? Too many things open. I set this up with the multi-day is what we're going to be using off of our metasplitable machine. And if, like I said, if you don't know how to get to multi-day, you basically put in your metasplitable server or VM that you have / multi-day, right? And you can pause it and get that, or you can watch the video before and we run through this process. Okay. I had to redo it right now for this next video because I had it all shut down. So I actually had to go back a chapter or two to see how I did it. So now let's go back here and let's continue. As with SQL injection, website protection against XSS attacks by sanitizing user input through a variety of means. OWASP maintains a document on the best ways to prevent XSS attacks. So that's another thing. So if you're getting into pen testing and you want to pen test, being able to run these programs, being able to have know how to do it, and have tactics on how to pen test something or hack something. You're gonna want to know what resources to look into to I guess finish your documentation or something like that to see how to fix it, right? And this is telling you right here that OWASP maintains a document. So you can Google OWASP document, and it'll show you how to prevent those attacks, right? As well as strategies for evading those protections. You can find these on OWASP website. So this is just a good resource. To help companies audit their website, OWASP developed a OWASP Z attack proxy ZAP, an audit tool that comes pre-installed with Kali Linux that can scan applications to discover web vulnerabilities like XSS or SQL injection attacks discussed in Chapter 12. Let's scan the multi-day app, which is that website, to see what vulnerabilities we find. Launch OWASP and select the default setup option. After setup is complete, click the Quick Start tab and select the automated scan. Okay, so what does this say? Let's scan. Launch OWASP. Do I got that? It says it has it. Let's look. I'm gonna minimize this. Come here. I'm gonna do OWASP. I don't know why I have that. I don't know if that read that right. I might have read that wrong. Let's read that again. OWASP Z attack proxy zap. Auditing tool that comes pre-installed with Cat Linux. Linux that can scan applications to discover web vulnerabilities. Let's scan the multi-day app to see what vulnerabilities we find. Launch OWASP and select so quick start. Starting the zap scan. So zap is what we're looking for, right? So we're looking for zap. Let's look for zap. Is it right there somewhere? Zap? I don't even have it. Should be right here. Vulnerability analysis. Nope. Web analysis. Web. Burp suite. WP scan. I don't think I have it. Web shells. WP scan. Password attacks. Wireless attacks. I got another book that goes through all these too. Let me see. Enter the URL of the multi-day in the box. Zap will explore the URL's domain it discovers. We call the process of exploring the links in the domain spidering or crawling. However, modern web apps may sometimes use JavaScript to dynamically render URLs or access APIs, which we can't detect with traditional spidering. For this reason, Zap team created the Ajax spider. It was also running a quick Zap scan, a tool that launches the browser and then waits for the page to load before exploring it by clicking links and entering data. To use this tool, select the Use Ajax Spider option. Okay, so what does this say right here? Zap. Let's see if we got Zap. Let's see if we can look for it. No Zap. Oh, hold on. Internet command line kung fu. Oh, what did I do here? Is it app install? Zap? Reading done. Unable to locate package Zap. App get. It's not app get. That is it again. Dang it. God, what's wrong with me? Well, it's been a minute. You could tell. So, app Zap. My brain's not working today. Zap, ZAP. Let's see if I can update this real quick. Apparently I don't have it. I'm just gonna update this real quick and see if I don't know how old this is. Sudo app install. Yeah, that's what I just did. Zap. ZAP, right? Is it capital Z? Might be capital ZAP. I don't know if it says it doesn't have it. So yeah, I meant sudo. Whoa.
Live long and prosper.
Oh, heck yeah, you too. Alright, so I don't even have the file on there. We might have to skip that one. I'm not gonna go look for Zap. Let's see how to install Zap. Said it came installed in it. Let's see how we installed OAuth Zap.
In this video, we are going to be installing the OASP Zap on Kali Linux. If you do not know what OASP Zap is, it is a free and open source web application security scanner that helps you find security vulnerabilities of any websites or web applications. Before we begin the installation process, a huge disclaimer: do not scan any website that you do not have the permission to scan. So without further ado, let's begin the installation process. First, open up your browser and go to google.com and search for OASP space zap and then press enter. Click on the first link which says zap. The URL is zapproxy.org. From here, on the upper right corner, click the download button and under Linux installer, click on download and wait for the download to get finished. After my file has downloaded,
Man, it might be old. Alright, we're gonna download OWASP Zap.
click on download and wait for the download to get finished. After my file has downloaded, I will open my terminal and first change to the root corner, click the download button and under Linux installer, click on download and wait for the download to get finished. After my file has downloaded, I will open my terminal and first change to the root user with the command sudo space su and then press enter. Next, I will
I guess this video is going to take a little bit longer, but we're just going to download Zap. I thought I had this on here and it said it came pre-installed, so I guess it doesn't anymore. Sometimes it doesn't. You know, these VMs discontinue or they outdate them or whatever, and they don't do them anymore.
Go to the downloads directory because I know that's where my file got downloaded. So cd space,
Yeah, let's go to the downloads. There it is. We're gonna open the terminal here. We're gonna do it easy. I'm just feeling really lazy today.
downloads. I can confirm this is the file that just got downloaded. So I'll first change this file to an executable permission. So I'll type
Oh,
chmod
yeah, it's
space
probably gonna ask me to
plus
do that.
x space the name of the file. I can see the color of the file has turned into green, which means this file is executable right now. So to begin the installation process, I'll type dot forward slash and the name of the file again, and then press enter. And the installation process has started. I'll first click on next. I accept the agreement and then click on next. I will keep standard installation selected and then click on next. And
Hold up, let me see what the fudge is going on here. Oh, it's called something else. Probably doesn't have permissions. So let's do what this guy said and change the permissions.
next, I will keep standard ins name of the file again. Executable permission. So I'll type chmod space plus x space the name of the file. I can see the color of the file has turned into green, which means this file is executable right now. So to begin the installation process, I'll type dot forward slash and the name of the file again.
What we're doing is we're changing the see, now it turned green. Now I can do it. It didn't have executable permission.
And then press enter.
So
And the
now,
installation
yeah,
process has
just run
started.
it.
I'll first click on next. I accept the agreement and then click on next. I will keep standard installation selected and then click on next. And then finally click on install. Click on finish. And if I click on the Kali button here and type zap, I can see this is the icon of the zap. I'll click on
I
it.
think I've done
and
this
my
before.
OS zap has started. I will click on no, I do not want to
And
persist this session and click on start. And I can start using OS zap right now. So that is how you install OS zap on Kali Linux. That is for the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching.
how do I do that? Command line kung fu again.
Hello everyone. In this lecture, I
Is it okay? So it's push. Put it. Oh, there you go, like that. I forgot. It's sudo, and then it puts the last command in there. Okay. Yeah, I thought I did this before, but apparently not. Okay. I wonder if it put it in the right spot. Zap. Let's see. So we want to follow the book as good as we can. So we want to download Zap, run a scan. I mean, it's cool. It's good to have this anyway, so might as well install it. Um, this video might be a little, just a normal video, I guess. Then, do you want to persist? Do you want to persist the Zap session? Yes, shit. Start that. All right, looks like it's running now. Welcome. Zap is an easy to use integrated penetration testing tool for finding vulnerabilities in web applications. If you're new to Zap, then it's best to start with one of the options below. Maybe it had an older version on there? It says it's uninstalling an older version. Alright, we got Zap running. Let's see what. Alright, quick start tab. Select automated scan. Select automated tab. Automated scan. Okay. Enter the URL of the multi-day app in the box. Zap will explore the URL in the domain by following the links it discovers. We can call the process of exploring the links in the domain spidering and crawling. Okay, we already read that. Now let's go here. Let's multi-day. Let's copy this. Let's go to Zap. Oh, it says select. I don't know what that means. Okay, tag. This is pretty cool. I actually really like this. And I like automated stuff. Where are we going? Let me move this up so I can see this stuff. So yeah, it looks like it's getting all kinds of information, scanning for vulnerabilities. Using the get method, get multi-day, get. So this is called spidering. It's not done yet. Now again, don't scan people's websites on the web. It's illegal, or it can be illegal, depending on what website you're scanning and whatnot. Remember to use this wisely. So if you're going to follow this video or you're going to do this, I would suggest following the methods I'm using. Multi-day, scan websites that allow you to scan them, and there's a ton of them. You just got to Google it. That way you can practice. And actually, this multi-day, you can make it harder and harder and harder. So there's no need to do, real life scanning. You're gonna do that if you get a job, right? And they pay you to do it. Then you get your real life experience, right? Don't break the law and all that stuff. I'm telling you, law don't, crime don't pay. Anyways, nice. So it did a scan. Let's go in here and see what else it says. We We call the process of exploring the links in a domain spidering crawling. I've read that 3, 4 times already. However, modern web apps may sometimes use JavaScript to dynamically render URLs or access APIs, which can't be detected with traditional spidering. For this reason, Zap team created Ajax Spider, a tool that launches the browser and then waits for the page to load before exploring it with clicking links and entering data. To use this tool, select the Use Ajax Spider option and the Firefox Headless option. Let's see if we can find that. Which uses the Firefox browser without opening a window. If you select the Firefox option instead, Zap will open Firefox and you'll be able to watch it explore the page with the Selenium testing framework. Once you've chosen these options, start the scan by clicking a tag. So, Ajax Spider, Firefox Headless. That's what we're doing, right? So let's go here. I think you can go back. Can you go back? Or you just adjust this? It. Oh, okay. I think it already did. If modern, okay. Ajax Spider with fire. Yeah, it already did. So this, I guess, this new um, version already has that in it because it attacked it if modern, and I think it's modern. I don't know. Let's just go to always headless. Stop. Tag. Tag it again. Just for shits and giggles, right? And so I'm always gonna use Ajax Fireless just for now. Let's see if there's anything different. What is this? The red. It didn't get nothing. Out of scope. Okay. Toggle security page. Did it? So if I enter in that, oh, what did I do? Click something? By accident. Oh yeah. What did I do? Ajax Spider. Because it's gonna show me the Ajax Spider. Active scan. Spider. Output. Uninstalled. Installing alerts. You can manually add alerts. So this is something that you gotta kind of play with. Google it, learn it. You know how it works, what you're reading. I mean, I'm sure because this is just a quick little. I don't know if it's gonna go deep into this. When the scan completes, you should see the screen shown in Figure 13.8. The lower left panel shows a list of possible web vulnerabilities Zap has discovered. The lower left panel, it alerts. Wait a minute. You should see that the Zap tool found an add to your blog.php page, number one. I'm going to look at that real quick. So, alerts, path traversal alerts. Hi, index page, fetch password, etc, tag password, active. The path traversal attack technique allows an attacker to access files, directories, and commands that potentially reside outside the web document root directory. An attacker may manipulate a URL such as the website. Okay, this is cool. This is really cool. I like this. I'm glad I downloaded this. So this is all your, and then it gives you a solution. So this is awesome. I mean, this is probably what pen testers use. I don't know. What? Oh, the drag and drop. Here's the solution. Here's your reference. And what else? What was it looking at? All right, I love this. I love this app. This is cool. So I mean, you can see how cool this app is. If you guys want, you guys can explore it more. See that the Zap tool found to add your blog page containing the XSS vulnerability we exploited earlier. The tool also shows the headers of the HTTP response the server generated and the body of the response, which contains HTML. As evidence that the XSS attack is possible, the tool has highlighted where it injected the JavaScript. Zap highlights detailed in the attack, and it's where we're showing the code and stuff. That's cool. This panel also contains information on the URL with the vulnerability and the short description of the vulnerability. You can probably already see that Zap is a very useful tool. Take time to familiarize yourself. You got to familiarize yourself with its great features by exploring the documentation online. Another way to scan a web app is to search for known vulnerabilities associated with the technologies used to build it. So then you'd probably use a Nmap scan to find out everything about it or something like that. And then you look up the vulnerabilities. Use the tool and techniques discussed in Chapter 8 to discover a target's underlying technologies. For example, you might perform a what web scan. Oh yeah, what web. There you go. And use the search exploit command line tool to find vulnerabilities associated with a specific version of the software used to build the app. Did you get all that? So basically, you do your OSINT or you do your recon on a website, and you can use different tools like what web, and it's going to give you it's going to scan it, give you information on the software, the server, the apps it's using, all that stuff, and you can Google that or look up the vulnerability website. Man, I keep forgetting what it's called. Anyways, and it's got a lot of common attacks and vulnerabilities and things you can look up to use to attack certain all that information. Yeah, so information is king, right? That's awesome. All right, let's go on to the next one. So I mean, that's a cool little scanner, right? I'm not gonna use it now. I know of it, and if I wanted to get more into it, I know how to use it somewhat. I mean, it looks fairly simple to use. If I wanted to use it, I can, and then I can explore and research more into this. Now you can Google this, you can look up YouTube videos of it, or you can just do research. You can buy a book. There's many ways, or you could just explore it yourself if you have some kind of knowledge and you look. And I'm sure it's got a user manual in here somewhere on the help and all that stuff. So there's many ways to play with this or fiddle with this enough to figure out how to use it really well. And that's my advice on this. If you want to go dive deeper into this, you can, right? Um, that's just one tool. Okay, let's go to the next one. Using browser exploitation framework payloads. Using browser exploitation framework payloads. That sounds interesting. Yeah, the browser exploitation framework Beef allows hackers to easily embed and control malicious JavaScript payloads in vulnerable apps. We'll use this tool to explore the many things you can achieve with your malicious JavaScript. Beef should come pre-installed in Kali Linux. Yeah, that's what I said last time. However, if your version doesn't have it, you can install it by using the command sudo apt-get. That's what I was looking for. Apt-get. Man, you take a month off or something and your brain goes to mush. Sudo apt-get install beef XSS. All right, let's do that. Just assume that we don't have it, right? So it's beef XSS. So let's close this. I'm sure we're not going to use this no more. Yes. Shut down server and database. All right. Well, maybe I got it. I don't know. Why am I lagging? Nope. What was it called? Oh my gosh. Install beef XSS. I want to know if that put that zap right there. Oh yeah, it's right. That's the install or the dev file or whatever it's called. Oh, okay. Let's look. Apparently, I didn't have beef either. That's crazy. I was sure I installed these a while ago. Maybe I couldn't. That's how you can tell that I'm looking at this book or this chapter for the first time. Everything, that's what my channel is about. That's the beauty of my channel. I'm not gonna uh, have all the answers for you, pre answers for you. We're gonna troubleshoot this together and figure it out together. That way you understand the thought process, right? That's what's cool about my channel. And I say this all the time, but this is basically for the new viewers that are watching or something. I like to re-say what my channel is about. My channel is about troubleshooting and figuring out how to do something yourself, right? Because that's what hacking is all about. I would say, or learning, and especially with computers and stuff like this. You're gonna have to mess with things. You're gonna have to figure it out yourself. And you can use books, but a lot of these books, you're gonna read them wrong. You might misinterpret them. You get stuck on them, right? Or they're written wrong or whatever. And so my channel helps you troubleshoot through them, figure them out. And thank God we got Google now, right? Because Google's helps you get through a lot of stuff, right? And YouTube and stuff. So I mean, it's just this is the best age to be in to figure things out easily. Injecting the beef hook. When the installation completes, run beef sudo beef xss xss process. Okay. You might be asked to enter a name and password when the framework starts. Create these and make sure that to remember them. Your terminal should then display the following. All right. So I had to go ahead a little bit. This was very complicated. Well, uh, so I had to actually go ahead a little bit, but I'm going to backtrack and we're going to read. Um, I entered in the username and password, and um, well, initial one to set up when you're installing, and then it's going to pop this website up, which is here. And before it's going to ask you to use your username and password, you set that up when you first install it, right? So that's easy to follow. And then it kicks you to this website, which is basically a server that's um, a browser or whatever, a back server on the browser, or whatever, that's running this beef thing for you, right? Now, well, um, oh man, I didn't realize that I didn't have my book over here. Sorry. I'm over here underlining what I'm reading and it's not even there. Okay. So you're going to see this website. When you first install it, you're going to enter in your username and password. Okay, that's what this is asking. Then it's gonna run and it's gonna open up this browser and it's gonna ask you to type that in. And then when you log in, it's gonna look like this. Okay, it's gonna give you some introduction and stuff. Okay, don't worry about this. This is something that I did. Now, like I said, I had to go. I was my video ran out of time, but I was still figuring this out, so I kind of went forward a little bit. I kind of cheated, but I mean it's okay because I'm gonna explain what I did. So it says to copy this and put it in your browser, but it's probably an older version because the newer version just opens that up right away. Okay. Now this is your hook. This is your JavaScript, malicious JavaScript. Okay, that's connected to your beef server. If you look at it, it says script. So I mean, this isn't an injection, obviously, right? So this is your hook. Source HTTP. It's gonna have your IP 3000. That's our port that we're listening on. Hook.js is your malicious JavaScript, I guess, payload or whatever you want to call it, and then here's your malicious script that you're gonna inject, right? And so you copy this, is what it says, and this is your main server stuff, right? And then so I reopened the multi-day because I closed it earlier, so I reopened that multi-day, which is the multi-day website that we're going to inject this, right? And it says go back to it says copy. We don't have to do that. See, and that's what I'm talking about. It says copy the URL. The new version just opens up right away, so you don't have to do that. Okay. At this point, you've set up your beef server, so that's the beef server. The server will listen to the connect. Oh, Mr. Poe, he got to go doing that in here. The server. My dog's old, and he's an old pug, so he he can't breathe out of his nose sometimes, so he just snorks real loud. Anyways, the server will listen to the connection from the malicious JavaScript you implant. Okay. The framework should also provide you with the JavaScript to inject, and that's this one, the hook. Okay, we copied this. The script tag included here will load the hook.js file, a malicious JavaScript file that communicates with the beef server. Once the module is loaded, you can access all features of the module. Once the module is loaded, you can access all the features of the module. Use the stored XSS attack covered earlier in this chapter to inject the payload in the multi-days blog page. Add your blog page PHP. Now, this is where I went back and it said use the stored XSS attack. So I went back. And we're looking for this stored XSS attack, right? Here it is. And I read through this, and basically it opened up the multi-day, and then it tells you to select the OWASP, and I did this A2 scripting XS persistent second order add to your blog. Now you can pause this and follow that, and I'm going to show you what I did. Okay, and they injected some other script, malicious JavaScript in there, and we're going to inject. So it's OWASP top 10. Cross-site scripting, persistent second order, add to your blog page, right? And then that pulls me up here, and then we come over here to our program, our server that's running, and the information it gave us. So up here it gave us this script, this hook script, right? This is our malicious script. It's hooked to the server, right? So now I go back in here. And then I added it in there, right? So I just copied, pasted it in there, and then I pressed save blog. So that's your malicious script, right? I already did it though, okay? But I'm showing you the steps that I did. I was on a roll and my thing ran out and I didn't want to stop. So then now you come here and it added it to our beef server. It's hooked now, so it's in here, right? And we're gonna read and see what this says. So it says Tuesday, August 13th. Um, this IP on that whatever browser Linux. It gives me all kinds of information about it. Right. It's added to my online browsers. Zombies, man, that's cool. I'm gonna have to look into that. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the next step. Okay, so we're gonna go back to this. Okay, community once. Okay. Use the stored. Okay, yeah, we already did that. Okay, if you successfully execute the attack, which we did, the script should become embedded in the web page of your Kali Linux browser. So there it is, right? Um, should show up in the list of the victim's machines in the Beef web UI. And there it is. Any browser that visits the web page should be hooked by the malicious JavaScript. To test this, try hooking the Firefox browser on the Ubuntu virtual machine. Start Ubuntu and visit the blog page. When the Ubuntu machine loads the page, it should be added to the list of online browsers. Let's check that. So now we're going to open up our Ubuntu victim computer. So this is very interesting. I like this. This is really cool. So I mean, this might, you know, um, this is practical stuff that you can actually use that people fall for all the time, and especially with Google, um, logging in with your Google account and how Google accounts are you know used across the board for many different things. You can use your Google account to link up and sign in other stuff. There's a video I saw on YouTube saying not to do that. I mean, it's convenient though, so people aren't gonna not do that. Anyways, you could probably use an attack like this on something like that because unless they enter, if they don't enter in their credentials and stuff, there's on the next. Well, we'll continue with that in a minute. So okay, so now let's open this browser. Now this Ubuntu VM is simulating our attack victim. We're constantly attacking this. This is somebody's personal computer, right? And they're doing stuff. They're browsing, and they're just having fun on their computer. So this is one of our attack things. So now let's say they what I don't remember what um whoa. I don't remember what this. So we're gonna have to go back to Kali Linux, and we're just gonna copy this right here. So let's say and this is just this could be any website, right? This could be anybody's website. This could be a personal business website. Let's say if you're a hacker, right? And you're like, all right, look, I'm gonna inject a malicious JavaScript into this guy's personal blog, website, whatever, and I'm gonna, um, because he's got too many vulnerabilities, or this is something you can do with your pen testing or something like that, right? I don't know. So, oh, it's not gonna let me. Damn it! It's not gonna let me because it's. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do it like this. Sometimes you gotta do it like this. Um, See if I can copy and paste this on my notepad. Yeah. And then go from my notepad to my Ubuntu server. Let's see if I can do that. I mean, my Ubuntu. Oh, I can't do it. Okay, we're gonna have to just enter this in manually then, or see if I can use a copy. Oh, God, this is so stupid. Why is it not working? What's happening here? Oh man, Numlock wasn't on. 168. Oh, what is this? Utility slash index dot PHP page. That pulls that up. All right, so now we've pulled up this page on our victims. Right now, let's see if it did add it to our server, our beef server, right? Okay. I don't know if it did or not. Let's see. And it didn't. All right, so we're going to move on in this book. I mean, we learned a lot. We got a lot of stuff done. Installed some stuff. We got some stuff to work, some script to work, and we're just gonna move on because we've got to get through this chapter. I'm not gonna make three videos long. This video is coming up on an hour. It was a lot of fun this chapter, so we're just gonna move on. Okay. I cannot get my Ubuntu anything to interact with my Ubuntu right, so hopefully I can figure that out sooner than later, because I have no clue why nothing will interact with my Ubuntu. I mean, I can't download malware on it. I can't do anything. So it might just be that Firefox browser isn't vulnerable, or I don't know what. But we're gonna move on, and we'll figure that out as we go. So moving from browser to machine. Okay, we're gonna skip all this. I think I'm gonna end up in this chapter. This is basically, it's doing the same thing, except you're installing another rootkit, and you need to be able to have that Ubuntu server hooked, and apparently it's not working for mine. So I mean, I've got so I don't see the point of doing this, and we're just gonna move on to the next chapter, okay? Because I've been working on this for a while, and I don't see a good reason to spend more time on it. Right, trying to wrap this chapter up, move on to the next one. So, but I mean, it was a fun chapter. So it's just a little example of when we can't get stuff to work. Can't get it to work. Um, I'm going to have to dive deeper into why my Ubuntu is not responding to any of the hacks. Now, like I said, it might be that the browser is not vulnerable enough or something that I'm using, but or I'm not following the directions right. But we got everything else to work. So, all right. So let's just read this and let's move on. So, exercise hunting for bugs in bug bounty program. It's time for you to go out and hunt on your own. Because you're an ethical hacker, you won't attack companies without their permission, right? Luckily, many companies create bug bounty programs that allow ethical hackers to attack their websites and receive payment for vulnerabilities they find. Each bug bounty program has its own rules outlining what parts of the website can be attacked and other limitations. For example, no social engineering attacks. HackerOne, and we'll click on this. Here's HackerOne. I've already got it saved because I have a HackerOne account. I don't have the time to come in here and figure out how everything works, but you can. HackerOne I heard is a great um, place to start trying to hack into stuff and finding bugs, and then they pay you 500, $600, $1,000 if you find vulnerabilities. So the only thing is you have to document it a certain way, and so you gotta learn how to document it right. And there's a lot of research that I would say goes into this, and I don't know if it's worth it, or I don't know. I haven't really played with it yet that much, but I mean, you guys are more than welcome. It's just hackerone.com. Pause it and get on there and register and see what you got to do to be successful. Maybe watch some videos on YouTube, figure it out if that's your game, right? You're gonna invest some time into trying to figure it out, though. So, I mean, but that's what we do. We invest time in the things that we have passions about, right? All right. So, to sharpen your skills while you hunt for bugs, take a look at a real-world bug hunting by Peter Yaworski. No Starch Press 2019. So, real world bug hunting. We're going to have to look that one up. Which describes the bugs discovered while participating in a bug bounty program and rewards earned. In addition to cross site scripting SQL injections, Yaworski covers other vulnerabilities such as race conditions, memory vulnerabilities, and cross site request forgery. Happy hunting. So, right here, okay, um, you know, type this in your Amazon, right? See if that book, how much it is. Let's try it right now. Well, we'll try it later, but real world bug hunting. Try it, and by Peter Yaworski. See if that book looks interesting. It has extra bug bounty vulnerability, tools and tactics on how to do some bug bounty stuff. So yeah, it might be worth your time, right? All right, we're done with this chapter. I hope you learned something. I did, and glad to wrap it up. And I'll see you on the next Hack the File, where we're going to be doing controlling the network. So this is once you get in there, how to do privilege escalation, and I really, really want to do this one. So, all right, see you in the next one.